Watson and the Indianapolis Colts.
Indianapolis Colts. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Play action. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And now on 4th and 1, the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. First down, Watson. It's caught. Mitchell. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Here's Watson. He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown Colts. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Michael Pittman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Room here to run. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Colts, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is caught. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets him a first down. A carry here for Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Second down at 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Joe Schobert, number 4 in the NFL in tackles last year, in to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get 3 out of it after all. 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force it.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. They'll run on first down. Hunt, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquhoun now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. $39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They go play action with Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's going to float this one deep right side, and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
From the 39, Watson. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Colquhoun on to kick as he sends it away. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
And that That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Plays caught. Michael Pittman with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 1st down, it's Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. They'll try to run with Hunt. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this 1st half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Watson's throw into the hands of Fant.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The D and Jonathan Allen making sure his presence is felt. So we reach halftime in what's been the 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Watson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Fielded at about the 28. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. Wouldn't we clip out the box score? Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson, rolling to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
We just saw one of the benefits of a quarterback having mobility. Scrambled around, kept the play alive, and then found a receiver open downfield for a touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, Mitchell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. From the 50, it's Watson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 24, Wilson. This is Shepard on the catch. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Kareem Hunt,
27 yards.
And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 16. Watson. It's complete to Chris Conley.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And able to find Kirk complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. From the 30 on second down, Wilson rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Hill on the return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
That will throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Anthony Harris. The 40. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now it's Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Wilson wants to throw it.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Wilson. Francisco. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point good by Prater, and that pushes the lead up to 23. That time a 9-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it a 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And got his man complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win.